Hey, I'm going to be going over a few of the top series in our baby selection. There's tons of baby books, so if you were to go on the party site and click on the left-hand side by age and then click on babies and toddlers, you would find lots and lots, but I'll just go over some of our favorite ones. One series we have is called That's Not My, and this one features an owl, but know that there are lots more like it, almost 3 dozen different types of animals or transportation vehicles, or even a princess and a prince. So the pattern that this book follows is that this mouse here in the corner is looking for his object, in this case an owl, and he never finds it until the very last page. So all the pages before that will follow the same pattern. It will say, "That's not my," and then it will give a reason why. So on the bottom it says here, "Its beak is too shiny." And then the thing that's the problem is always going to have a little texture that the kids can feel. The extra bolded lines are perfect for little babies' eyes because it makes the images pop out in their brains, and so that they can stay engaged more easily and for longer amounts of time. Now, my daughter was such a wiggle worm when she first started listening to me read that this was the only series that she would sit through because she could sit and touch the little textured parts while I finished the text. This is also great for vocabulary. You'll see in each page they're going to be saying what the texture is called. So this is fuzzy, and so it's very easy for them to understand what fuzzy means because they can feel what fuzzy means. And like this one, it says um, his ears are too soft. His ear tufts are too soft. So great vocabulary. They're hearing the word tough. They're hearing the word soft. They're able to feel what soft feels like. And at the end, he always finds his object. So here it says, "That's my owl. Its babies are so fluffy." So success always comes at the end. One of the things that I like about this too is because it follows the same pattern, those kids who grow up with this series, or if they have an older sibling, can pretend read it because it's very easy to memorize, which is the first step of reading, is to memorize the text and to pretend read it, because they don't really know what the words are, but they've heard it enough times that they can now read the book and be confident that they're readers, even when they don't know how to decode quite yet. So that's why I like that one too. One of my other favorite baby series is the Baby's Very First series. So if you were to put the words Baby's Very First in the search engine, you would find all kinds of Baby's Very First books. This one has slide and see parts where you can push it back and forth and see the animals and things moving. I love the colors in this series. They are so engaging and fun to look at. They also have lots of textures in this series that the kids can still feel and learn things with. But each page has a place for them to move something on. My daughter can sit and look at this and play with it for 20 plus minutes, which is a big deal because she's such a curious person. She'll go from thing to thing very quickly, but I love that this keeps her engaged for long amounts of time. The other one is for just slightly older, maybe 2-year-olds, the Peek Inside series. So again, if you put the words peek inside in the search engine, you'll see other ones like Peek Inside the Zoo, Peek Inside the Garden, and Peek Inside Animal Homes, like in this one. We're learning where different animals live. So up here, or down here, we can see a frog on his lily pad. Which animals can you see living in this pond? And then it says, sorry, I'm going backwards. It says, "Wriggly tadpoles live in the water. Soon they'll turn into frogs and hop, hop away." This series offers so much information for such a young age, and that's one thing I love about Usborne books, especially their nonfiction, is they are packing in so much information for these kids. They don't dumb things down. Peter Usborne believes that children are sponges and can learn great amounts of information if we just trust in that ability. Here's about bees. Inside they build honeycomb, which has lots of holes. They make honey and store it there. The biggest bee in the hive is called the queen. Can you find her? So it's great to get them engaged into the reading process as well. And again, there's little parts that are textured and pop out too that keep them wanting to touch and feel the book as well. The last one I'll share with you is another favorite in our house. It's called My Animal World, but this one is about wild animals. There's also one with farm animals. And how it works is there are 9 small books inside, and each book features a different animal. So let's go through the snake one. But before I do that, see how the picture matches the cover of the book? My daughter loves putting this back together again. It's kind of like a puzzle. So she'll have all the books out and then she'll want to put them back in the right place. So she's matching the cover of the book to the back part of the container. She's also used these as blocks too. So it's got us through a lot of waits at the doctor, waits at church, where she has to sit quietly and wait. So this is a great set to look at or to get for your kids. So with the snake one, let's just go through the pattern here. They always have the name of the snake, or the name of the animal, I am a snake. Then they share where the home is, my home is a hole, and then what their baby name is. My baby is called a snakelet. What they eat, I eat mice, and the sound that they make, I hiss. And because of this pattern each book has, again, the older sibling, or as they grow older with these books, they can begin to pretend read, whereas they're memorizing that pattern and pretending to read it as if they are readers. And that confidence builder or boost that they get from reading a book is very critical in the first steps of reading. And as they actually start to see patterns in words and want to start decoding, they already feel like they're readers. And so it's great to get books like this that have patterned text. And so that's a great example of one of those. So again, there's lots of great books in the baby section. If you click on that genre or age range on the website, you can see even more. Thanks.